Hi, everyone. In this video, we'll look at the first Spring Boot program, which is the Hello World program we are going to create. So in front of your screen, you see the Spring Boot documentation or the Spring documentation. Uh, so you can, if you want to know more about Spring Boot, its features, the dependencies which it provides, you can look at this particular uh, link. So spring.io is about Spring, and if you want to know about Spring Boot, then you can basically uh, go to spring.io/projects/Spring Boot. Okay. And obviously you can also put this in Google and you will get the documentation link. Now, at the end, you will see the Spring initializer here. Okay. Uh, so if you click on this, you will see one web page opening, which is start.spring.io. And what happens here is that you can create a Spring Boot project with various dependencies, which you can just drag and drop, and those dependencies get included in the project. Okay. So we are going to create a Maven Java project. Maven, uh, Kotlin, Ruby are nothing but build and dependency management tools, which we'll also see in future videos. Little bit about Maven. Generally, I use Maven for dependency management. So I'll be using that in my projects. And then you can use the Spring Boot versions. I'm using the default version. Here I'll give the uh, the uh, s- the project structure. So com.epicenter dot, let's say, hello world is the name of the project we want to create. And then package name it creates based on uh, whatever we have typed here only. So automatically creates the package name. So here what I'll do is dot um, of a lectures folder. So it creates a package name in this way with group and artifact or name combined. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'll quickly add a dependency. Uh, since anyway we are going to create uh, a REST endpoint with Spring Boot, and we will test it out. So I'll add a dependency known as Spring Web, which would help us create very basic RESTful APIs. Okay. And that's it. So I just want to add one dependency and I want to generate the project. So let's generate it. That's it. The project is generated. And now what I want to do is uh, just open, just extract it into a folder. And what I'll do is I'll just open this folder quickly. Which one was it? Projects. Hello. You will see the Hello World project getting created, you know, and if you go to the pom.xml here, you would see that dependency being already included. Spring Boot starter web. This is what we included. Other dependencies, what you see, come built in. Okay. And by the way, you should wait for the dependencies to get resolved. By that, I mean for the dependencies to get imported into the project. Okay. Okay. So all the dependencies now have got resolved, have got imported, and I don't see any red here. Okay. When you see a red, that means there is some problem with that dependency, or the dependency is still getting imported. Okay. So we have everything what we want. You would already see this particular package getting created with com.epicenter.lectures.hello world name, and there is a hello world class. Basically, that is the beauty of Spring Boot. We never created all this ourselves. Automatically it created it, and with an annotation at the Spring Boot application, which tells the compiler that this is a Spring Boot application. Okay, great. What I'm going to do is that I'm just going to print a hello world in the terminal and see if our first Spring Boot project we have been able to create and take it from there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll click on this icon here. So it runs the Spring Boot application. So to run the Spring Boot application, we have to go to the application class, the main class, where you have the Spring Boot application annotation, and run that to the IDE. Okay. So you see hello world getting printed, which means this particular function got called, and our application is up and running on port 8080 because of the inbuilt Tomcat which comes with the Spring Boot application. Okay, so that's what I wanted to cover in this video. We have been able to create our first Spring Boot project. In the next one, we will quickly create a REST API uh, and also test that out quickly and take it from there. Thanks for joining.